All right, what is up, guys and gals? This is Caleb here. First time going live with Dripfeed Nation. Look at this. Oh my gosh. I'm joining that live band though. All right. Anyways, let me figure out real quick since this is my first ever time. And sorry, by the way, I legitimately just moved into my apartment, so I don't even have Wi-Fi yet. All I've got is freaking my what is it, LTE on my phone. So yeah, it's gonna change the whole entire setup here. But what I want to do here is try and find out how to all right, that's how you do that, I think. All right, let's see if I'm able. Sorry again, I know I'm kind of waving in front of everything here. Whoops, don't show that. That's not right. I don't want to do that. Alright, let's see if I can do it via this. Trying to figure out how to add people real quick. Like I said, never have done this. So, anyways, what I do while I'm trying to figure this out here on my phone. Um, Whoa, didn't mean to do that. Whoops, didn't mean to do that either. All right, again, I am not sure how to do this here. So, anyways, let me figure this out real quick. Just one second. I'm gonna have to pause this real quick here. All right, cool. I'm not sure exactly how to see if there's anybody actually getting on either. That's just really great, you know? But sorry about that real quick thing, and I'll make sure to put a note of when the live stream actually started, but or at least when I got back on right now. But anyways, gonna be having one of my buddies come on. His name is Dustin. Well, hopefully, if this thing actually works. But anyways, I've always wanted to freaking start lives, and I just hadn't got well, not just the opportunity, but I just haven't freaking like started it, you know. Um, Again, it's one of those things that it's one of those things that you just kind of like always wanted to do, but just never did it. So, anyways, we'll see exactly how this goes. I mean, again, if maybe nobody will get on, maybe some people will. I don't know. Again, whichever way works. I know I didn't even like say anything about it beforehand. I just kind of was like, screw it, let's just start doing them. Get your first one out of the way and that type of jazz. So, anyways, what I'm kind of wanted to go over in these lives is one, just talking about like business in general. Always enjoy doing that. Being able to solve like problems or help people solve problems that are business related. Not so much just, well, I mean, if it's life and then business related, that's fine. But not so much just any problems. I mean, I want to keep it somewhat niche down, So, anyways, anything to do with like business problems is like perfect. Like something that you're trying to figure out in your business, or just how to get started, or whatever it may be. If it's business related or something to do with that, then that's perfect. And also as well, like I said, want to kind of start getting myself out there a little bit more. Actually, I didn't say that, but want to start getting myself out there a little bit more, actually putting some content out, and being able to start something there. But anyways, like I said, once again, I am legitimately like in my new apartment right now. So I've only been here for like 3 days. Just got my bed set up. If you really cared anyways, just got my bed set up. Haven't even got Wi-Fi yet. Haven't even got like anything to be able to be on a computer and, actually, do this properly, I guess you could say. So anyways, again, this is my first time ever doing a live, so I don't even know how in the hell to see if people are on. So if you are on, definitely give me some type of thumbs up or hey or hi or some sort of mention. And I'm probably talking to myself right now, but it doesn't matter. So anyways, so There is a couple of things that I've always wanted to like, or that I've thought of like going over, um, such as like different things to do with like SEO that I see a lot in different groups or my group or whatever it may be. So I wrote a couple down just to be able to, have something to be able to use. Um, so one freaking thing that I get all the time, I don't know how much I get it, but well, that's because I mostly do it as a service, but is social signals. So what in the heck are social signals? Like, do social signals even matter? And sorry, I'm flipping all this around here. I'll try not to do that as much as possible. Um, Again, this is kind of just off the wall, just alive. But anyways, talking about social signals. So do social signals matter? Um, are they even worth like having? Are they even worth buying or anything such as that? Should you use them? And really the answer with that is heck yes. I mean, social signals are something that you definitely need. Now, there are businesses and, I mean, websites out there that don't have any type of social signals or, anything like that. But really what you're going for with the social signals and everything like that is that it's more of like a trust factor. It's more of a trust and authority factor. It's not so much like using it as like you would a PBN or guest post or anything like that. That kind of goes, that kind of goes and actually is able to be used like that. So, anyways, my point is, I mean, you need them to be able to build trust and authority. That's plain and simple. Plain as day. That's what you need them for. So most big sites that you'll see out there on the internet are going to have some sort of social signals. I mean, again, there's something that's in a white hat or natural way, I guess you could say it is, if you want to put labels on it. Um, it would be kind of like a big site such as like Moz or such as a like Ahrefs or somebody like that getting a share because the content is good, or they're interested in the content and they think that or the person that's reading it or you, whomever it may be, is have other people that may be interested in that content as well. So what do? You go share it on social media. You go like it on social media. You go like the page. You go do all that type of jazz. You reshare it. And whatever it may be. Well, I'm sorry. Your friends and everything like that would then reshare it and like it and love it and whatever it may be. So that's what social signals are. Just plain Jane. That's what they are. So if big companies are getting those types of things, then of course it only makes it look, that's what I mean, it makes it look natural that you would get them as well because people are interested in what content you have or, what you're talking about on your blog or a video or whatever it may be there. So, anyways, that's really it for social signals. I mean, there's honestly not that much that goes into them. People really hype them up so much as like, oh my gosh, they're the only thing that you need to rank. And, I've seen some crazy things like all you need to rank is social signals. You need nothing else except on page and social signals. Like, I'm like, whoa, what? No, that's not what social signals are for. They're not for, trying to rank. Yes, they may have a little tiny bit of impact, on your stuff, but it's not going to be anything insanely crazy. So, I mean, again, yeah, that's really it for the social signals. And I'm trying to figure out, again, how in the heck I can share this on my page. I may just have to, again, this is my first live I've ever done. So I may just have to share this, after the fact, which sucks. But, I'm trying not to put my finger in front of the camera here. But it may be what it is because I cannot figure out where let's see if I flip this. Let's see if I'm able to do it because it's not giving me the option. Okay. Well, I can't even do it that way. Anyways, it's not giving me the option to be able to share this out on different places rather, or my group. and or other places as well. So it's only on my page right now. So people aren't getting notified, and yeah, so it's all right though. But anyways, like I said, I will have a little bit better setup here, and it won't actually be in this spot again. This will hopefully be the last time it'll be like this, but I'll try to do these every single Sunday. And I've got more stuff to talk about here. I'm just kind of waiting for my buddy to get on. Hopefully he's able to get on. But anyways, I'll try to do these every Sunday at least. Or, rather if it's rather every Sunday or it's, sometime throughout the week, but at least once a week. What was that, 4 times a month? Again, this is why I want to get content out there, because I'm so huge on both being able to solve a problem and actually break it down and get through it. That's really what I've always wanted to one of the things anyways that I've always wanted to kind of teach, and the skills behind actually doing that. So the skills to pay the bills, that whole entire thing. But sorry, I crack myself up, by the way, sometimes. But I want to be able to start kind of teaching that and being able to give people that type of mentality on how to, do things in a, not, I don't know if logical, I guess is the right word to say. Maybe that's a terrible word to say, but that's the only thing I can think of right now. Kind of a logical way to get through problems rather than, freak out about it or, because problems are going to happen in business. That's all business is, literally. That's all being an entrepreneur is, I guess I just say, is putting out fires. That's that's legitimately all it is. And there's a bunch of people that will tell you that, and they can't say it enough. So, that's another big thing I want to talk on as well. Is I do see a lot of people talk on bigger topics like that, but there's so much that I don't understand. You can say it. But how you can say that in a broad sense, but how do you actually do it or have the actionable steps to be able to, do that, do whatever it may be. So how do you actually, people may tell you how you go and break stuff down, but how do you actually go and break stuff down? What is the first step, I guess, you take to be able to, get there? And what that usually is, for me, is always, first off, write it down, define, or at least get a general sense of define what exactly you're wanting to answer or what the problem is. A lot of the times, just sitting down and just writing this is the problem I'm trying to solve, how can I do it? Just writing that alone will get your brain working and will get your brain going and stuff like that. So it can be as simple as that. And when it comes to that, honestly, it's one of those things that you just kind of have to go and do. You can't sit there and be like, oh, should I go and write this down? Should I go and try to actually solve this problem? No, just go freaking write it down. That's the first step. Just write that problem down, define it, right? It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It doesn't have to impress your friends for the freaking problem to get written down. No, it just doesn't have to be some fancy writing. No, just write the shit down in a general stance, just enough to where you know what the hell you're talking about, right? And then after that, again, like I said, spend a couple, sorry, I'm flipping my phone all the way around here, trying not to, what was I saying? Yeah. So go and freaking just start kind of brainstorming on it, just quickly. Put the couple 30 seconds, freaking 2 minutes. A lot of people have such short time span or, mind span. That's not what it's called. Whatever the word is, they have short, I can't think of the word. It's on the tip of my tongue, but attention span. There we go. Attention spans. And they just don't even, start with the whole entire problem solving. So, and I'm the same way on this, but anyways, to get back to the point, sorry, I go off on tangents a little bit. And I'll probably do that a lot more. That's just me. I'll get better at it as I go along. But anyways, And exactly, that's legitimately right there what it is. Like that is what most people consider like ADD, or ADHD, I guess, if you really want to put a label on it. No, it's just a thing that you can learn skills to be able to cope with it. I mean, it's literally just again, just bouncing from thing to thing. So anyways, getting back on topic here, what I was saying. So first off, write it down. Actually write the shit down. I'll probably do that right after this live stream. This terrible, terrible live stream. About my ADD. But anyways, so write it down first. Right, I've said that about 13 times now. Then go and just look it up on Google. It's a very, very used thing. Everybody freaking says it, and I bet once people are going to see this stream, they're probably like, oh my gosh, wow, thanks, Caleb. But no, for real, like, go and straight up look it up on Google. There are tons of people. It doesn't matter where you go to, rather if it's fucking Reddit, rather if it's YouTube, rather if it's Google, just like literally Google Answers. Just somewhere, Google definition, anything, like you will be able to start seeing, one, other people having that same problem and trying to solve it. Two, how they actually went about solving it. So that's always a good thing, sometimes at least. Or three, at least you'll be able to get some better concept of what the problem may be and therefore be able to put it together in your mind, or what the answer to that problem may be. So that's freaking huge, So, anyways, that's one with all that explanation right there. That's one thing I've always wanted to be able to start talking with people about. And again, just to remind those who are actually going to see this after I actually get done with this thing, because I still don't think anybody's on. But again, I am like in my apartment and I have no freaking Wi-Fi. Nor because it's a new apartment. I just moved in like 4 days ago. That's why I'm sitting on the wall right here, just on my phone, live streaming off my phone like one of those dudes. But anyways, it's again very, very good to be able to start solving your business problems and not let them, just take control of your mind. So, anyways. Already went over social signals. I don't know where Dustin is, which is fine. So I'm just going to keep kind of going here because, again, I want to start doing these. That was actually the next topic I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to start doing these live streams. That's another huge, huge thing that I really hope people start asking me more questions on, because it's very good to know, which is just freaking starting or just freaking doing it. Whatever it may be, stop letting the damn, things hold you back. Excuses. There you go. Excuses hold your ass back from doing what you want to do. I've always, oh my God, I can't think how long ago I've thought about starting something like this or starting videos or whatever it may be, and just jumping into it. Like right now, it's like a sense of empowerment almost, not to get all like motivational, I'm not a big fan. I mean, just real quick note on that. I like that stuff only for the fact that people's mindsets are happy, but there's no skill base behind it, which makes it not very good. So when you're not learning skills to be able to actually solve what you are trying to get or what you're trying to do, or trying to do whatever it may be, motivation can only get you so far. Actually gain the skills to be able to, do shit when you don't really want to, or, make yourself do it, such as like self-discipline. That's a huge thing. That's a huge, very, very big thing. So being able to start developing those skills to be able to get through whatever it is you're doing, that's very good. So, and I'm sorry I repeat myself a lot, but it's like a sense of habit, I guess you could say, to repeat myself. And again, I'll get better as as live streams go on, plural. Um, but anyways, so yeah, like I was saying, that's a huge topic. Just being able to freaking start it and just start doing it. Like I knew for a fact, well, not for a fact, but I knew that there's probably going to be nobody on, especially since it's so late. Um, and that was one excuse. I was like, well, I guess I could just do it tomorrow. I guess I can just do it tomorrow and maybe forget about it, that type of thing. But I was like, no, fuck, dude. I can't do that. I can't do it tomorrow because if I do, then I'm going to make subconsciously. I know I'm not trying to get too much into psychology, but psychology has a huge part to do with it. Subconsciously, you say, I'll do it tomorrow, but then it's one of those things that you put off until next week or next month or whatever it may be. And the more and more you do that, the more and more you keep telling yourself, oh, I'll do it tomorrow or I'll do it to whatever. The more you do that, the more your subconscious mind gets used to that and changes your entire psychology in your brain. And therefore, it's harder and harder to be able to break it. It's harder. And I can't remember what I think there was something, I think it was quoted by somebody else. And I'm not trying to get too much into quotes, but I think there was something that was said by somebody else that Ty Lopez had said something about, or posted somewhere, is something about the chains being, or habit is a chain that can be broken, and don't let it be, don't let it get so intense that the chain is hard to break or something like it. That's completely, utterly wrong. And I'm not trying to quote right now because that's horrible, but, yeah, but anyways, pretty much what he was saying is like, straight up, like a habit that you keep doing over and over again is going to get harder and harder to break every single time you do it, simply for the fact that that's how our brain is wired. I mean, that's what it is. Psychologically, it's going to be harder to break it. So, you just got to, again, I'm not trying to be motivational, not trying to be like, oh my gosh, let's do it, let's get pumped up. No, I'm trying to be just fucking get it done and start it, whatever the hell it is. Rather, if you want to start a business, obviously now there is a big part of that is left out, and everybody has their own opinion on it. But you definitely want to put the cards in your favor, and how you go about doing that is, having like maybe a week or two of figuring out exactly what you're trying to go for and what not, which is very, very good. But you cannot start doing that or start having any sort of structure until you break the mold, I guess you could say, of getting that first one started. So what I mean by that is, if it's your first business you're ever starting, I mean, yes, you can spend time on fucking doing, like planning or like making a brand name or whatever it may be. But honestly, that isn't the thing that matters at the very beginning. So more than likely, I think, I can't remember what the ratio is, and this is the ratio that everybody gets about being an entrepreneur, about everybody failing, is more than likely there is going to be about 97% of the time where your first business is going to fail. I don't even know. I can't even think of the number. Maybe 15 businesses that I thought I wanted to start, just completely, utterly failed. So like Dripfeed is not, and by the way, I'm on my Dripfeed Nation page right now. But if you're somehow seeing this elsewhere, or you don't even know who I am, I'm the owner of Dripfeed Nation. Woo! But anyways, so Dripfeed was like not a first business at all. It may have been. Well, honestly, I don't even know if it was my first SEO business. No, it wasn't. It's like my third, I want to say. But those other two, you will never probably hear of. And I know for a damn fact that anybody probably watching this live stream, unless it's like the business partner that I had back then, you probably will never know about it. And that's just my SEO. That's just SEO businesses. I mean, Shopify, affiliate sites, like lead generation. I've started them all, I mean, I've tried to do them all. Like, I think I had like 4 or 5 lead generation sites, like 3 at one time. And I'm pretty sure that there's one still up, but it doesn't have any sales. It doesn't have anything. It's just been sitting there for like 2 years. Anyways, and I've had like Shopify stores just selling like, however the fuck miscellaneous, there we go. Miscellaneous bullshit, just things that I've no damn clue about, took courses, all types of things. I mean, not to sound like, ooh, I'm braggy or anything like that. But for real though, I probably put like 10-ish, maybe probably about 5 figures worth of just miscellaneous bullshit of rather my own money or my parents' money or whomever it may have been's money into just shit that did not work whatsoever, which is very bad, by the way. That is a very, very not good thing to start out with. But again, that's not how you want to go about doing things. But again, it's again all a freaking learning experience. And I mean, that's part of my story there is like, hey, I've not done, or I've not always done like SEO. I've not always done marketing. My businesses have not always been successful. No fucking way. Dripfeed is barely successful. And I wouldn't even call it successful, I guess, yet. I mean, I've got, a whole 2 clients. I mean, they're high paying ticket clients, but, and I've had 2 others. I think 2 others, maybe 1 other. Anyways, like actual, like big clients. And then of course, like my, on freelancing legit, I make a little bit there as well. But, I mean, rather than that as well, I am partnered in two other businesses too, which I don't do very much for. My partners mostly take care of it. I just take care of the finance part, or I at least help with the finance part, and certain aspects such as the marketing. But rather than that, I mean, it's not hugely successful. So not just yet, anyways. So that's what I'm going for right now, though, and that's legitimately what I'm trying to build is like some more success. Of course, I mean everybody wants that, but again, it just takes that first freaking step of just starting the shit. Just starting it. Don't fucking worry about the damn logo. You're probably not going to have it. And maybe in a month it may not even be the same because it's a completely different business. Don't worry about shit because because I'm not trying to say like just go into it, blindingly. I mean, of course it's best to go and take a course or something that's going to be able to help you learn whatever you're specifically trying to get into. Rather if it's SEO, e-commerce, Amazon, Shopify, or freaking what else is there, like lead generation, which is SEO, which I guess it could be, through ads too. But anyways, rather if it's any of that type of jazz, rather if it's running webinars, rather if it's whatever the heck it is, you want to just freaking start it first because that's really all that matters. So, and of course, again, take a course or something, get some sort of information, because of course you need to know a little bit of what you're going for. But my point is, after your first 1, maybe 2, businesses, maybe 15 like me, try not to do that, but don't try to do 15 like me. Honestly, I don't know the number. To be honest, I have a lot of freaking, if you go look at my Namecheap, which is a domain like .com, domain provider. Yeah, there's a good, I don't even know how many domains on there that are just random shit. But, anyways, so yeah, again, it's all about just starting the first. So after that whole entire thing, whatever it is, whether if it's a business, whether if it's live streams like this, rather if it's something that you've always wanted to just do, just start the freaking goddamn first one. That's all. So then your second one is able to be a little bit better. The best thing to go and do is to look back at what you just did, that very starting one, and see what you did wrong. See what you did wrong and then try to analyze it the best that to your ability. Therefore, after doing that a few times, again, just like how that whole entire habit thing, breaking it, but it's a good habit, after you do it a couple of times, you'll be able to develop more and more skills to be able to do better the next time, and then better the next time, and then better the next time, and then maybe that one will go and hit it off, maybe that one will work. You don't know until you try. But for real, that's honestly, I mean, not trying to be super cliche as shit, but honestly, you don't. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or but behind that. So you can't, just don't think about it in a cliche way. Like legitimately think about it in like legitimately, if I do not ever try this, I will legitimately never be able to, be able to figure out if it does work or not, and here's another good one for you. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Ooh, quoted Caleb Borko. No, I'm kidding. I'm being sarcastic. No, that's not quoted by me. That's been said by about 13,000 people. But no, for real. I mean, that's funny because the dude that is going to hopefully be coming on here, I don't know where the heck he is, hopefully be coming on here, with me, and he'll be on other live streams. But Dustin, he's like super into sales, which is very good. And he just said that to me like last week, so I'm gonna have to make fun of him for that. But anyways, yeah. So that's that. But where in the heck was I at with that? Oh yeah, that's pretty much what I was going over. Just jump into the shit, just like on this live stream with myself, dude. Just or gal, jump into the shit, just whatever you need to tell yourself. It doesn't matter. Like people, unless you say it on the live stream, like I am right now, people won't, know what you had to tell yourself before jumping into that business, or rather whatever the heck it is. And again, people probably won't even fucking know about it. No, I'm gonna bet your ass that people won't even know about the damn business, unless because everybody's different. Unless you're able to pick up on a course's, what's it called? Course's teachings like super duper amazingly and are awesome at it, and just like instantly connection, like this is perfect for you, then yeah, I mean, of course it's going to work out, obviously. But, because you are able to develop that, or you are not able to develop that. You already have that mentality developed. Unlike a lot of people, they don't have that mentality developed fully yet. So that's the reasoning, that again, you just have to start, somewhere, that type of thing. So, honestly, I just kind of thought about, how if it says that I'm live, but I'm not actually live on my Facebook page? Because I was just thinking, like, Dustin isn't here yet, and I told him to go to my Facebook page and then join up. Whatever. It's fine. Again, that's what I'm saying, though. Just putting out fires, dude. Just, God, so motivational speaker shit. Nah, but for real, putting out fucking fires, though. That's straight up. Like, I'll figure this shit out. The next live that I have, you bet your ass, there'll be a couple people on that shit. At least one, I've at least got some sort of popularity, I try to be popular, try to be cool. Try to be a cool dude. But anyways. Alright, well, my voice is dying. Oh my god, I see what people are saying about these live streams, and voices just dying. My voice is probably going to be fucking horrid tomorrow. But I can't believe I'm cussing so much, by the way. I don't usually cuss that much. Wow. Especially on video. Maybe just the live has, like, possessed me in some way, being live, being in the live stream style gang. That didn't sound right. But anyways, so yeah, going over these next little topics here, or not little topics, but big topics, because we only talk about big things on here. Jesus. All right, going over these next topics, and then I'll probably hop off here. Actually, before doing that, again, I'm in my brand new apartment, so I'm not going to try to show you everything. Jesus, that's a light. That's another light. Oh my God, there's so many lights in this place. I'm not going to try to show you all my shit on the ground back here. This is super professional, by the way. This is water, by the way, just to let you know. But it is for real water. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. Coming back to here. Trying to not see that vent or that door there. I'll figure that out. Again, a better place to be sitting on a freaking live. But, and hopefully be on a computer and a webcam. Even that this camera is quite nice. So I may hopefully recorded my audio. I don't know where the audio port is on this phone. Or the audio intake, not outtake. So I think there's two things, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, hopefully I'm not covering it because my hand's on the back, but we'll see. Okay, all about hopefullys, right? Anyways, going over the next little bit right here, right quick. And I know once Dustin comes back on, or if he does come on anyways, he'll want to talk about this. So kind of trying to stall, but at the same time, not, because I don't want to do that on a live. That's not a good thing to do, So anyways, we'll just go over this next topic here. So, freaking difference in backlinks. Now, this is something that Dustin actually wanted to talk about on here, and that was one of the questions that he wanted to go over, but since he's not here, I'm going to go over it anyways without him. Sucks to suck. But, just kidding. Anyways, so difference in backlinks. So he was asking about, like, citations, and I've actually heard this from other people as well. Can't forget about anybody else. So, anyways, talking about like citations, what's the difference in a citation? What's the difference in like a social signal? What's the difference in a PBN? And what's the difference in a guest post? So, are they all backlinks? I mean, what in the heck is the difference in all of them? Everything like that. So, yes, they are all backlinks. That's really just like a classification or broad term and again, this explanation is going to be how I think about it. And again, everybody thinks about it kind of in a different way, but it's still all kind of the same. But anyways, yes, they are a backlink, but you got to look at them in a different. A backlink is just like a title, I guess you could say. It's like the overall broad, like it's not a specific niche. It's like the thing above that niche talking about it. So maybe like camping goods, that's not really a niche. That's like a broad overview of multiple niches, So what a backlink is just simply something that is linking to your site from another site. Plain Jane. That's all a backlink is. So rather if that's a social backlink, which would be like on social media, that's a type of backlink. Rather if it's from a Web 2.0 or citation, those are backlinks. Rather if it's from a PBN or guest post, those are backlinks. Now, the types of backlinks that you can have is, like I was just saying, so there's like social backlink, which again is from social media. I'm going to repeat myself. That's getting, rather if it's like a, that's pretty much just like you sharing a URL of your website or an interpage or whatever the heck it is, interpage of your website, whatever the heck it is, on your, well, 1 second. Sorry. Again, just bear with me just 1 second here. All right, sorry about that. I just had to jump off really quick. That's horrible to have to do on a live, but again, this is my first one. I'm just learning. But anyways, so Dustin may be coming on here just in a couple of seconds, but I'll probably end up having to freaking repeat myself. But that's all right. So we're going to actually cut off that just for a second here. because I do want to go over a few different things because he was actually asking them. So, how many backlinks do you need? That's actually another question that he actually asked. Which again, that's more of a depends question, but I'll go over that here in a second. And then also, what type of backlinks do you need to rank? So that kind of goes hand to hand again with what I was talking about earlier, I believe. But again, that's just something there that I'll be going over here in a bit. But if he doesn't get on and like, whoops, there we go, boom. All right, so Dustin is in here. Am I able to add him? So I think I just added him. It says he's watching. I've got a whole viewer. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, even the person that is getting on my live stream with me is my only viewer. Look at that perfection. That's perfect. All right, so it says that we're adding him. Just 1 second here.
Hey! Whoa,
hey, there's Dustin. Is there real quick? Is there echo? Can you hear yourself? Talk real quick.
Hello. No, I don't get an echo.
Okay, you don't get an echo. Perfect. By the way, is your phone turned to the side?
It is, certainly.
Okay, perfection. So I already went over, so by the way, everybody, this is Dustin. Hi, hello.
Hi, folks.
There's nobody on just yet, but anyways, again, we're using this for content. Otherwise, I can't share it into my actual like Facebook group from my phone, which sucks ass, nor on my actual Facebook personal page. So I'll have to wait until I get Wi-Fi. Yeah, right. I'll have to wait until I get Wi-Fi and be able to do it on a computer. But anyways, again, I'll throw this on the page, and again, just use it as good content, all that type of jazz, like we were talking about earlier. So
Sweet.
we're just talking to each other. But anyways, I just went over a little while ago, like social signals. Do you need social signals? So kind of already went over that. I can re-go over that real quick, or you can just rewatch it. It doesn't matter to me.
I'll
And
just rewatch it.
yeah,
Either way.
no worries, no worries. And then also I did go over just jumping on and starting shit. Which we probably will end up going back over because I want your opinion on it too, but I went through a pretty good I at least say I went through a pretty good little bit there
I
on
actually do have an opinion on that too. So, instead
a
of like we
a
were talking about earlier, it was just kind of do you prepare for something or do you just like jump into it? And sometimes, at least for me, it ends up being a little bit better just to jump into something because I overthink a lot. So whenever I try to prepare for something, I think more of like, oh, I'm not prepared for this. I'm not prepared for this. And then I just like, it's almost like when you're going to go on a zip line or you're going to go bungee jumping, if you overthink it, you're like preparing yourself for it so much that it backfires on you in a way. Does that make sense? So my thought is like, you just got to do it. You just got to do shit.
Yep.
So,
There you go. There you go. You heard it from him too, guys. That's what I'm talking about right there. No, I was kind of so I kind of just to briefly summarize mine real quick. Yeah, I kind of said the same general concept. Again, I kind of took it in a way of like for your very first for who the heck for your very first Brody and Anna. Hi Brody and hi Anna. Um, for your first like business, you've just got to go and freaking jump into the shit. Again, it's good to do planning, but that's only after doing like failing the first few times. I was saying like I've made a good probably 15-ish. Like I don't know the actual number. Like I said that a little while ago, but I don't know the actual number. But I've been in so many damn business, man. I've started Shopify stores, probably a good 7 or 8 of them. Um, freaking lead generation sites like for SEO, probably a good 4 or 5, I think, something like that. Like I was saying, I'm pretty sure there's one still up that's just been sitting there for like 3 years. Um, but you just kind of got to jump into it because again, nobody's going to remember that shit. nobody's going to remember your first logo you ever made. I don't even know what the hell my first logo I ever made honestly is. Dripfeed, like Dripfeed Nation is literally the probably, I don't know, 12th, 13th business I've ever made. And like I was saying a little while ago, and I'm going to say it again, um, not the whole entire like braggy, ooh, look at me, but I've probably spent like a good five figures, like 10 grand plus on just like of rather my money or my parents' money or whatever it may be on just miscellaneous bullshit like businesses that I had no clue what the fuck I was doing, which is terrible, horrible. Don't do that. That's a fucking horrible way to
Have a
go
good
about
basis of what you're doing
yeah,
first, like
yeah, exactly. So
at
that's
least
what I'm
something.
saying. Yeah, that's what
Snake
I'm
oil.
saying. Yeah, yeah, snake oil, Brody. But my gosh. But anyways, no, but I've just like spent a lot of time, spent a lot of money, and just efforted on things that people don't even remember. So it doesn't matter, honestly. I mean, yes, use like go and look shit up. Go use YouTube, like I was talking about with problem solving. I talked about that too, by the way. First thing to
Came
do
in.
is go. Yeah, right. First thing to do is like go and just write that shit down, just like jot it down. It doesn't have to be perfect. Nobody's gonna see what you're writing down. Just go and fucking write it down on a piece of paper and then just start thinking like what potential ways could I go and actually solve this fucking problem that I have, because just simply writing it down, like again, like I was talking about, I kind of want to start teaching like skills, I guess you could say, that I use or have heard of or whatever it may be to
Right.
be able to start figuring things out, business related, of course, or at least business life related, whatever it is. But writing that shit down first, like I would get back on topic, writing that shit down first. Um, Again, just to jot down general, and then go and fucking Google search that shit. I know it's a very cliche thing, but and I don't want to do too many
No,
cliches,
dude, Google and
but
YouTube are like your best your best
yeah.
friend in like anything.
Exactly, exactly. I mean, it's just like right there. I mean, there's so many fucking people that have been through the exact same thing that you have been through yourself or going through right now. I mean, there's so many fucking people out there on the internet. That's what the internet does for us, right? So, and snake oil experts like us, rank certain things like that. No, I'm kidding. All right, no more inside jokes. Try not to do too many of those, anyways.
Right,
Um,
right.
no, I'm kidding. No, that's good. That's good. But nah, so yeah, exactly. I pretty much agree. Right. So, anyways, but yeah, so I was actually just getting into the whole entire backlinks, which is a huge, broad topic, and I don't want to repeat myself too much, but I'll repeat myself a little bit. Um, so I remember earlier, just a little bit ago, you're asking me like, what's the difference in backlinks? Is a social backlink the same as like a citation and a guest post, and what the fuck do all these mean? So,
Yeah,
um,
give us a rundown of all of it, Caleb. Like
yeah.
tell us what any of this means, because like most of the folks watching have no idea what the hell we're even talking about at this point.
Oh no,
So
it's all good. It's all good.
to give everyone a basis, this is search engine optimization 101, if you will.
And
This is
business.
SEO, otherwise known as digital or online marketing. The process of ranking on Google pages. So when certain keywords are being searched for, you're gonna come up first. On that first page or in what's called the snack pack for local SEO, which is what you'll see those first three or four on the maps that you'll see whenever you search for a certain keyword. So that's kind of what we are essentially in the business of. And Caleb's been kind of being the mastermind on the back end offsite stuff on that. So yeah, so tell us a little bit about what a backlink and a citation is first, and then go into like more of the difference between different links and stuff like that.
Yep. So real quick, two things I think before I get into that. One, just to let everybody know, again, that's watching. I'm in my brand new apartment. I don't have Wi-Fi yet, therefore I've just got my bed set up. I've been in here for like 4 days. That's why I'm just sitting on the wall with my phone. So if it's shaking and shit like that, my apologies. Um, and then two, we're also going to be going over like kind of like business life skills. different things like that. And again, I'll restate it again, problem solving for business, anything like that. So just kind of a general basis, not just all about marketing, but I'll always ask questions related, or just ask questions, say hi, it doesn't matter. Any questions are fine. But anyways, yeah, so backlinks, woo! Such an exciting topic to talk about, you know? No, but what I was saying, pretty much there's different sorts of types of backlinks. So one, you're going to have your social. Well, first off, backlinks in general, it's just a broad overview. Um, it's a broad overview statement, kind of like I was just actually saying like how camping, like you go onto Amazon, you see camping supplies. That's like the general overhead of multiple niches below it. So after that, you'll have like outdoors campings or biking or all the shit that you see, or camping supplies, I guess wouldn't be a good thing. What would it be? Camping. It would just be camping, right?
Yeah,
Or
anything to do
outdoors
with
and
camping,
camping.
and then
Yeah,
you
so
niche down there. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So that's what I was kind of saying what backlinks are. So backlinks is a very broad term. There's multiple types of backlinks, but all of them have a different sort of power, I guess you could say, or do different things. So first off, you're going to have like your social backlinks, which those are going to be, and I don't like to say social backlinks because a lot of people think like, ooh, social backlinks, that means a good thing or a very powerful thing. It is a good thing, but a very powerful thing. It's not a huge powerful thing. Really, all social backlink would be like, again, just like a social signal. It's legitimately that you pasting your site on a social media platform. Simply it. But it's still considered a backlink because all a backlink is something, a site, something like a site or linking to your site. Simple as that. Another site linking to your site. That's all a backlink is. So you don't want to think about, everything, being a different sort of backlink or whatever the heck it is. I'm going to keep saying backlink over and over again just because I got in, please do,
That's the broadest. That's the broadest way you can put it. Yeah.
Right, right. But yeah,
So
exactly.
and
That's the broadest way to
to
put it.
give a basis on backlinks too. So a backlink essentially is a vote for your website. So it's a website or a platform that basically contains a link to your website.
Yeah,
Correct?
it's just a link that's just a website linking to yours. Simply it. So
Cool.
there's different ones. So like I was saying, there's a social, which is like on social media. There's a Web 2.0, which is like your Tumblr and your Mix and a few others out there. They're pretty much just like exactly. I mean, what 2.0 is kind of hard to define, but what the whole entire the difference between a social media and a Web 2.0 is kind of hard to define. But anyways, pretty much a Web 2.0 for most people standards is like it's kind of like a second search engine almost. But you can also do that on like Facebook and shit like that. But it's not so much like a liking, like you don't go and like people's shit so much, I guess you could say, or like that sort of reaction. It's more like go and read it, and then, but again, you can still like it. So again, it's very hard to define those. But anyways, there's going to be like a Web 2.0. Get back on topic. There's going to be like Web 2.0s. There's going to be like citations, PBN links, guest posts. Um, so they're all backlinks, but they're just different sorts. So like I was kind of saying as well, really how there's multiple factors to define them with. But the main majority ones is exclusivity, like how hard it would be for your website to get one of those, like a backlink or a link from that site, and also like relevancy and power, like what's actually linking to the link that's linking to yours, if that makes
A
sense,
link on
right?
a link on a link.
A link on a link on a link. Um, but anyways, there's multiple factors that go into it. But um, so with like social, it's very easy to get, right? You can literally go and do that yourself. You can go and post, go and copy your domain, post that shit into social media, and boom, there's a social backlink for you. Just clicking post, boom, there you go, right? But now there's a difference in like that's where social signals come in with the whole entire like liking that and interactions. sharing, all that type of jazz. But that's a different topic. So not going to go down that rabbit hole just yet. But after that, though, there's like citations, Web 2.0s. Again, those aren't super hard to get. You're able to make them for free, right? But they're usually higher powered sites, powered as in like again that link to a link to a link, that type of thing where a lot of people are on there and like linking to that site, I guess you could say. And because they have such a brand and authority, due to that, a lot of people use them. That therefore makes it very or a bigger, I guess you can say, impact of exclusivity. So, or a little bit more exclusive, I guess you could say, because you have to be rather a certain, like you have to be for citations, of course, you have to be a local business. You can't not be a local business and have a citation, right? I mean, you can, but we won't get into that right now. But anyways, so that makes it a little bit more powerful than like a social link would make, or a social media link would be, right? But then, like same for the Web 2.0. Again, it's going to be a little bit more powerful. It's not anywhere near powerful like a PBN or guest post would be. So nobody get me wrong on that. You can't, you can obviously if it's in a very low competition niche, you can go and try to use just Web 2.0s. But again, it's one of those things that you don't really want to do because it's spammed so much. A lot of spammy bullshit goes on with those. So Google doesn't look really at those much anymore for actually, actual like what could possibly be good content compared to bad. So just because they've been spammed so much, and again, it's just how it is. So, anyways, that there, and then for like PBNs and guest posts now, those are a lot more exclusive, and the reason being is because, hey Raul, what's up? Um,
Oh,
Raul's on. Anyways, PBNs and guest posts are going to be a lot more exclusive due to the fact that they are a link on a site that very few or only you have, only your site has, and um, at the same time as well, they can be powered up just like a, Web 2.0 or face or social media could be, but all that power that they have is going to you and you alone, or the few people that are on like the PBN or guest post, right? It's not going to multiple, everybody who can use it, right? And so it's a lot more exclusive, is what I'm trying to again say. Now, again, there's a lot of things that go into how powerful it is, like how many links are to the links to the links, that whole entire thing and all that type of jazz. But again, just a overall broad, like you're asking, like what is the difference in backlinks? I mean, that's kind of a generalized difference, I guess you could say. So I'm about to grab a water. Again, I'm gonna walk through my brand new apartment, by the way. For anybody watching this right now, sorry, I know it's super unprofesh, but whatever, you know. It's whatever. Yeah, I just don't want people to see
whatever.
all the boxes on the ground. Right? I'm gonna let you talk for a second. Oh, by the way, I don't even think I introduced you, bro. So, by the way, everybody, this is Dustin. Say hi, Dustin.
You did, but hey, everybody,
Hey, hey.
and this is on Dripfeed, right? So your Dripfeed people are
Yeah,
all these
yeah. This
SEO
is on the
fanatic people.
yeah, and this is on the page right now. I'm gonna post in the group after our thing, and after it's done, and then also on YouTube. Once I do get my Wi-Fi, I already know how to set it up. I actually asked Chris, um, and everybody. By the way, yeah, Chris Walker. No, I'm kidding. I don't talk to Chris Walker.
Nobody,
Please don't
nobody
message me.
knows
He doesn't. He doesn't like.
who's
Doesn't
that.
like
Who's
being
Chris
messaged.
Walker, right?
I mean, he likes to be messaged, but don't spam him. Anyways, gonna get off of that. Gonna get off of that tangent right now. But please don't spam him. He'll be really mad at me. But anyways, uh, what was I about to say? Yeah. So once I get on to and once I get my Wi-Fi in here in like the next 2 days and actually get on streaming stuff, it'll be able to be shared and syndicated, all that type of good jazz everywhere. So yeah. But anyways, before I take this drink of water, by the way, gonna introduce you again, Dustin. This is a guy that's super huge into sales. He's starting his own SEO company right now. What's it called?
It's Brokerly Solutions. So my niche that I've chosen is going to be, you're looking at like anybody with basically the word broker in their title. So you're looking yacht brokers, jet brokers, real estate brokers. I freaking hate real estate as a niche because of the competition, but I'll take it on. uh, but yeah, my ideal clients are going to be, like people that sell jets and yachts more than anything. Because at the end of the day, I'm hoping maybe if I do good work for somebody, maybe they'll just kind of give me a yacht. That would be, be like, hey,
Oh,
I got you like 30 more yacht sales this year. You gonna hook me up with a yacht now? Like, I'm personally responsible for like half of your business right now. But
That's perfect.
that's
Yeah.
that's the gist. But yeah, it's coming off the ground right now. I just it's a work in progress. I'm still working a full-time job and trying to eventually kind of work my way into just running the businesses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, floor's back to you, Caleb.
All right.
So
But anyways, yeah. So I'm kind of trying to somewhat teach this guy, even though I suck at it. But yeah. But for real though, I mean, I guess you kind of went through the kind of same thing, like with just kind of like starting, just like straight up starting. Like I don't know if you ever started a business much like before. Had you started a business before? Like I came in as a roommate.
no, not really.
No, I didn't know. No, I'm not trying to like boost my own ego here, but
No, dude's taught me some
no,
stuff. Dude's
no,
taught me
no,
some.
no, 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 no. But no, I mean, but what I'm trying to get at though is like just that whole entire starting, like just straight up like
Just got to do it.
just like
Sales are
freaking
like the
freaking
first
do it.
thing. Like
Like
of course you learn all your stuff. You learn and figure out what you're talking about or what you're doing. But the most important thing at the end of the day is you got to get in money, or you're not running a business. you
yep,
know so but the
exactly.
money that's coming in, the most important thing is, are you going to actually fulfill what you're promising? So the main thing in any sales position or anything that you're selling is to be, like Brody said, the first thing is to be a servant first, and then be a business person, then be the guy that's raking in money. So, and then people are going to see that, people are going to understand that, like, this guy is truly wanting to help my business and wanting to help me grow into something larger, here, and scale into something that's gonna, eventually, yeah. A lot of times, whenever you start doing lead generation and SEO and stuff like that, like, you're working with a smaller business that eventually, like, they're like, oh crap, I'm getting too much business right now. And I've never thought that that's a bad problem. I always think that's a good problem to have. So that's where scaling comes in, and you're just like, I'm going to hire people to take care of more of this stuff. Because you're generating so much business for these people that they have to do that. But that's everybody's dream, right? Whenever they start a business, is to just kind of you know grow faster and faster, bigger, bigger, and then eventually you become the next giant corporation that has millions and millions of dollars rolling in. So that's kind of my goal as a salesperson, is to find ideal clients in which are reputable in what they do. First off, like, if you're a commercial painter or whatever, and you screw people over, I don't want to work with you. It's like, is my own reputation's on the line here. So and at the end of the day, I want to be able to find clients where, if I'm able to generate even one or two, maybe three sales for them in 6 months time, I'm already paid off. Like, the value of my service has already been fulfilled. You know,
Yeah.
and then that's how you retain clients as well, is because you're sitting here and you're like, yeah, I mean, you'll retain by bringing results, because at the end of the day, a business owner could care less what you're doing, how you're doing it. They care about the result, and
Yep.
are you making me more money, or am I getting ROI? And excuse me, am I throwing money down the drain right now to your business? So and you're not helping me to grow my business at all, but you're sitting here, sitting pretty on the money that I'm paying you. So
Yeah.
it's really important to
Yep.
me to be a servant, and to wow, excuse me, and to really
Takes
fulfill
a
those orders.
takes a lot, doesn't
I'm gonna have to
it?
get some water myself.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Stop putting your finger in front of the camera, by the way. Your finger's hella in that camera. No, you're good. You're good. No, I know it takes a lot. Honestly, it's I again wouldn't have known that if I didn't start this live stream. Whoa,
Right,
gotta
first live
gotta.
stream,
Yeah.
super weird, super awkward, and I love it. I love it.
Oh
I
yeah,
hope
dude.
people are looking at this like these guys are two fucking idiots. Like, I just love it.
That's so perfect. Oh yes. Okay. Oh my gosh. Anyways. No, did you not bring water though? Damn, I straight up brought water like right
No,
here.
I told you about the bottle situation earlier.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
I'll go into that, but
yeah.
I
People are probably like, "What the what?"
yeah, what happened with
It
that
wasn't
bottle?
anything bad. Yeah, don't worry.
It involved sunflower seeds and using the wrong bottle, and yeah, we'll just
Yeah.
save that for another time.
That
But
still sounds so weird. Anyways. Oh shit. Oh shit. That's
but
great.
yeah,
Anyways.
I don't know before I actually got onto the stream if you really got into like what some of these things mean, like for those of us who aren't really are kind of new to SEO or just don't really or just kind of watching this live stream, maybe may not know what like a citation is and guest posts and stuff like that. Did you actually kind of like define everything already, or um,
No, I didn't really go into it. So yeah, so really a guest post from what I know, anyways. I'll start there and kind of work backwards this time. Um, anyways, guest post is kind of one of those things like well, really, it's you're posting onto an actual as a guest on a blog. That's really what it is. So it's like a blog that's usually guest posts are all well, not usually actually. How most people define it is a website that's getting actual traffic. So it's getting a good bit of traffic. Like usually with PBNs, you won't see but maybe a like one or two people every month, and that's like not really considered much traffic. So it's actually people that are reading, um, posts on a website and then getting a link from that website. And sometimes, well, a lot of times actually, you'll actually end up getting some sort of traffic, which is a ranking factor, which is good. It's not a huge ranking factor, but I mean, it's still very good to have from a website or from that website because it's getting traffic itself. Also, they're usually higher powered or niche relevant and slash or actually niche relevant. Um, Simply for the fact because most people only sell them when they're higher powered. I guess you could say. So again, that whole entire links to a links thing, that's where that comes in. Um, you know, and I know I keep referring back to links to a links to a links, but that's what it is. It's like links. I'm not going to try to explain it because it's going to sound terrible, but it's literally just the links that are actually coming to or going to that website that you're getting a backlink from. So it's like backlinks to a website you're getting a backlink from, if that makes any sense. So say you're getting a backlink from just because I don't know why, but just because you're getting a backlink from Moz. People that are linking to that page that's linking to you would be backlinks of backlinks, the links to the links. That's what I'm kind of trying to, if you that makes any sense. Um, Again, I don't know if that does or not, but anyways, yeah. So a guest post, I'll get back on topic. So a guest post is going to be something usually that's a little bit more higher powered or niche relevant, or pretty more specific. Of course, PBNs can be niche relevant too, and they can be higher powered. But usually, the thing that really defines it is that it's an actual website that's getting traffic. That's really the best way to. It's an actual website that's getting a lot of traffic, and it's still like one of those exclusive links, not a social signal or not a social link or Web 2.0 link, because of course those get traffic obviously, but they're not you they're not so much exclusive again. So does that kind of make sense on that means
I think
there?
so.
Yeah. Okay, just
Yeah,
making
because
sure.
so basically a guest post would be an already popular traffic driving website in
Yeah.
which your
So
link is placed.
yeah, so say what you were talking about a little bit ago. A lot of people in the SEO industry know Neil Patel, and I'm not going to talk about Neil Patel right now because that's a whole other topic for another thing. Not going to go into that. There's a lot of controversy about that. But anyways, I'm just using it as an example. Jeez, um, calm down. No, but anyways, Neil Patel, like that type of thing. So if you got a backlink from that, obviously there's a lot of people that know Neil Patel. You get a backlink from that. That's a pretty big link. I mean,
Right.
that's probably going to bring you a lot of traffic. Um, Now, how exclusive it is, I don't know because I don't know how much Neil Patel links out to, and that's another thing, by the way, how many links are on the website itself. So that's also another big thing. The more links your website has out to other people's websites, the less powerful the links become. Um, it's not a huge amount or anything like that, but having thousands upon thousands of links on a single website from a single website, the links start to become a little bit decreased in like how powerful they are, how potency. Now, what the number is, and for the niche, because it all depends on the niche. It depends on multiple different other factors. I don't fucking know Google. I don't own Google. I know somewhat know Google, but that's not what I mean. I mean, I don't own Google, so I don't know the actual like numbers behind it. Like, how many links can you have on a single website until it starts to increase the value? I don't know that shit. Nobody does, right? And because it's Google. so so it really just depends there. But I mean, there's a lot of theories and stuff like that behind it. I mean, just try to keep it as low as possible, but it's still, again, there's so many different metrics that go into it, such as how many or like how powerful the site is overall in authority and all types of shit. And I can get on that whole entire topic or go on to the next thing and stay on the actual topic that we're talking about. So I'm gonna probably stay on the topic we're talking about here. But anyways, so yeah, so going next is like PBNs, kind of to define that. Really, what that is again, usually they're again more powerful, and they can be niche relevant, or not be, just like a guest post. But usually PBNs don't really get traffic. Um, they don't get traffic, and as well, also you actually own it. So PBN, for those who don't know, means private blog network. So you literally own the site. There's a lot of things that go into it, and you don't want to go and just buy a site right on the same. Well, maybe on the same domain register is fine, but not in the same hosting and all that type of jazz. But that's not something to get into right now. But anyways, you own the site, you host it, and then you write the content um, of that site, link to whoever, and of course, being a PBN, you usually want to use it on yourself unless you're selling the links to other people, but for other purposes, like to other people. But anyways, that's really what a PBN is. Like, you own the site. It usually doesn't get much traffic. Again, it can, but usually the most of the time you won't find PBNs with much traffic. So um, now the next, gonna kind of just running by them here, is going to be your Web 2.0s. Those are again things like Tumblr, things like I don't know, fucking what are the other Web 2.0s? I can't think of them off the top of my head right now. Like Blogspot, like WordPress, like the dot WordPress or something like that. Like they have their own blogging system, not the actual like
Yeah,
system.
wherever you can find blogs on the internet,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
that are
exactly.
specific
Well,
sites for that. Yeah, not
yeah,
not anybody's blog, but sites that are built
yeah,
basically
built
for
for
that. Yeah.
yeah, exactly, built for you to write posts on it, and anybody can contribute posts to it, type of thing, almost, anyways. But or that's a bad explanation because not everybody can just contribute posts to your Tumblr or anything like that. But anyways, again, it's pretty much just an easy thing usually they're pretty relatively easy to get into. They're not like you don't really have to pay for them. You can just go make a user profile, and that's what another thing that's called. It's called profiles. Profile links is a lot of people will use those terms. Like, those come from Web 2.0s. Once you make a profile, you usually, put your link in there, and then you have a profile link. I mean, that's what it is. And, again, you can go write articles on it, write blog posts on it, link to other things on your site, whatever the fuck you want to do, you know. But that's kind of what a Web 2.0 would be. Again, they're not super exclusive because anybody can just get on there and create a profile. Um, so they're not super highly powerful and stuff like that. So um, now, again, there's theories about people like going and ranking shit with them, and you can, but it's just not as potent as a PBN or a guest post or something as that now would be. So
So I would assume that the right formula would be a mixture of these different types.
yeah, usually a mixture. Again, everybody goes with different things as always, and that's a lot of SEO is like, oh, it depends. Is the actually I'm pretty sure that's a meme somewhere. That's the meme of SEOs is it depends, with the
It all depends.
with the dude like this, you
Oh
know.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it depends, you know. But anyways, that's God, my hand is hurting like hell. I'm gonna have to cover your side, Dustin, just to let you know, so I
Perfect.
can see your face right now. But yeah, so Web 2.0s now. Oh yeah, so citations. Usually, what defines that is, or not usually, actually, always, what defines that is well, I guess usually putting your NAP, which is has to do with the local maps on Google. The NAP stands for it's NAP stands for name, so like the name of your business, the address, so of course the address of your business, and then also your phone number, the phone number that you want to use for your business. And that's a whole other topic of its own. Actually, everything that we're talking about right now is a whole other topic of its own. Um, but anyways, so yeah, that's really what a citation is based off of. And then what was the last one? Oh yeah, social backlink or whatever the fuck it's called. Social signal, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Um, all the same thing. That's again not very exclusive whatsoever, because again it's just on social media. But people actually getting on there and actually interacting with your social posts, like if you go post your website, um, and then people going and liking that and sharing that post with your website link in it, that's considered a social signal. And again, that's a different sort of backlink. And I mean, there's a lot of fucking ways to go about that one. So, the social signals is one of those, just like most things. But I seem to feel like a lot more people talk about social signals than anything because people don't understand them. I mean, shit, I don't even fully understand them either. But you know, but honestly, it's not something super that you need to like worry too much about. So, and that's probably the only reason why I hear about it so much is because I sell them. That's one thing I sell. By the way, just a cheap plug. One of the things I sell on legit, like my main service is, and actually my first ever service is selling social signals. So, yeah, but that's probably why I mostly think about those. But anyways, no, getting more into backlinks. I was about to say backlinks. Getting more into PBN and guest post backlinks. Ooh,
Mm.
switch down. Those types of things right now. So yeah, but hopefully that kind of answered some of it. You may have to rewatch that one to be able to get a little bit of each. What the hell I just talked about, but about to get some more water here. But I can't wait until get my freaking laptop and Wi-Fi, everything like that, with an actual webcam. That'd be great. That's stationary.
Carrying a phone around. I'm using a phone too, man. It's not the best. But
Yeah.
I mean, I've decided to do that instead of the laptop for some reason. I guess I was outside for a little bit, so I guess that made sense. But
There
uh,
you, there you go. No, that's all right.
I guess
But
what I wanted to hear a lot of from the conversation is from the incumbent stage of trying to build a business. I know like you said and like we were talking about earlier, just do it. Just do what you can to get sales, but of course have a basis of make sure you can take care of the customer that you're getting, and people are getting what they're paying for. Um, but people oftentimes struggle in the very beginning of starting businesses. I'm running into it myself right now, and stuff like that. So, what do you what are the some of the things that you kind of did to to even get to the point of failure? Like you didn't give up, you just kind of failed naturally, but you didn't ever give up on that business. So, what did you kind of do to kind of keep yourself motivated and keep the ball rolling on that?
okay, so I think I get what you're saying. So are you talking about for like drip feed, or are you talking about for like
Even
just
anything, because I know you said that
okay?
you had a bunch of businesses that didn't quite make it, but you didn't give up on it. You just like you kind of just didn't work out, kind of thing, But like you never said, like this sucks, I hate this, or or maybe you did, but how you got through that,
Oh
and
yeah.
especially with drip feed.
Yeah, no, I get you. I get you. No, I completely gave up on probably half of them. Probably all of them actually. No, I mean, it's really what I figured out kind of, and am still somewhat learning, is that really it's all about. I know a lot of people say it, but it's really honestly about that consistency and just keep trying and trying and trying and trying and trying, because you should know beforehand in any business that you are going to fail, that it's going to have problems, you're going to be having to be solving problems. Um, and it's just the fact there's so many multiple factors that go into it, that it's kind of hard to like pinpoint just that single one, like this is what I did type of thing. But that's kind of why I'm wanting to start doing these, so I can start kind of teaching, those types of things. And I'm glad that you're here asking questions like these. But um, anyways, nah, but kind of what I was actually just saying a little bit ago actually is like it's really just and not trying to sound like the motivational, like, oh my gosh, like be hype,
I'm Gary V.
be awesome. Yeah. No, Gary Vee is really cool, but it's better to be in like a positive mindset rather than a negative one all the time. But really teaching like the skills, I guess you could say, the skill base behind like how do you actually go and do what the person's saying to do? How do you actually sit down and work through, like break it down, work through actually what you need to be, doing, or what you need to be learning, or what you need to be looking up, or whatever it may be, um, to be able to get what you want done. So, with that being said, really, yeah, and I can't fully think back. I'll probably end up going and looking at my notes, because I bet I've got it somewhere, but I can't fully remember what I did when I was first starting, like my very first business. I, I know I did go through like a course. I'm pretty sure my first one I ever started was Shopify. I'm pretty sure it was Justin Senior. I don't know if you know who that is, but somebody may. Anyways, he's a Shopify guy. Um, that was probably the first. Well, actually, it was Alex Becker. I'm sorry. No, it was Alex Becker, because he promoted Justin Senior through like one of his very first courses. You know who Alex Becker is. Um, but anyways, so it was like Shopify, and it was. I mean, I went into the negative hole with that shit. And again, it was just one of those kind of things, like threw shit at the wall, I guess I could say. And then what kind of got me to keep going after that completely was just like a dud, and I just moved on, was just the simple fact of, I mean, like, I hate to say it like this, but my brain's like that. I mean, and a lot of other people's, and I guess I don't hate to say it, but my brain just makes me want to keep, wanting to start businesses, wanting to do my own business. So I just end up like, finally, I guess I could say, finally I found out, and just I'm not trying to go all over the place here, but finally I found out like execution on actually, um, just like we were talking about, just starting it, the execution of just starting it, fucking having the ability and the skill to just be like, what do I need to execute to be able to make the shit happen? I guess you could say. So, um, and to get more to the point, um, you know, after I first failed with my first business or my second or my third, whatever the fuck it was just like that, okay, and this is kind of how I kind of thought, but I didn't really fully understand it, and I still don't, but um, really how I looked at it is like, okay, what did I do that was bad, or how can I actually go and start a new business, but kind of make it a little bit better this time? Maybe I'll change up one thing or another. Maybe I'll go and whatever it is. So again, I went and just kind of did that whole entire like analyze, go Google search it, rather meet friends in Facebook groups, join Facebook groups, fucking whatever I had to go do, find. Um, that type of thing to make the next step happen. And then once I came up with a new idea, what I wanted to do for business, kind of just jumped on into it. Honestly, back then, um, I don't think I had like as many barriers, and it sounds really weird, but I don't think I had as many barriers as I do now, which is sounds really weird, right? But I really don't think I did. Um, just because of the simple fact, like, I mean, now, I guess maybe I did. Honestly, I don't remember. That's why I'm trying to say like, maybe I was just kind of like a young, dumb, and stupid type of thing. It was just like, fuck it, let's go and start a business,
Let's do
and
it.
that let's
Do
go
it.
do it, and that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. But maybe I wasn't like that. I honestly don't remember. That was like a good 6 years ago. No, it wasn't 6 years ago. I guess it's only been 5 years. I started my first.
Close enough. Either way, it's been a
Yeah,
while.
yeah, exactly. I started my very first like online business, I guess 3 years ago, I want to say. Now the very first businesses, which I like almost completely forgot, I actually completely forgot about them, is that I was in MLMs.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
MLMs. Oh
MLMs,
no.
bro. Wow. That was my very, I
Oh,
guess, first businesses, but I don't really consider those as businesses. That's kind of like to me, and again, anybody that's in an MLM, don't get me wrong, that's an awesome if you want to go into
cringe
that.
at the thought, right?
No, 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 but for real though, I mean, MLMs are definitely, I mean, they're definitely good, especially if you're into like sales, as in like talking with people. I mean, they're a very good way to get into but to me, it's more of a, I don't want to sound like a dick, but I mean, it's more of a glorified sales job. I guess you could
Hmm.
say because you don't actually, and anybody that's MLM that's going to watch this video will be like, you fucking bastard. No, no, just how you got to think of it is though is that you're not actually owning the actual business itself. Somebody else is owning the business. If it shut down, you're completely out. Now, if of course if your problems go and your business shut down, I mean, yeah, you're out, but you still have the ability to solve the problems that are going through the business. You don't have the ability to do that in an MLM. So to me, that's not owning your own business per se, even that people say that it is. It's still more of a sales job. Just you're getting paid, I guess, depending on how, of course, the sales there, the like income thing works, with residuals and all that shit. But anyways, won't even get into that. But yeah, so that was the very first one, or very first businesses that I got into, um, which I was horrible at, by the way.
Oh yeah, I remember now. I did actually try out one before, and it just like I dropped like $1,000. I was like, I'm gonna
Oh,
do this. I'm gonna be such an awesome, you know, MLM person. And then like I learned very quickly that I wasn't gonna be an awesome MLM person.
no, no, that's good. I mean, again, that's just one of those learning. I mean, it sucks, but that's one of those learning experiences that some people just have to go through. Not everybody, but that's exactly why, again, I want to do this type of shit. I want to be able to talk about that stuff, and give that
Right.
shit to other people, because, um, some people may not understand that and want to be getting into an MLM, but maybe it's not for them. Obviously, if you want to get into a goddamn MLM, do it.
You think?
Fucking do it, get into something, just get into something that makes you fucking or potentially makes you fucking more money, right? Um, but at the same time, it's like, just fucking do it, right? So, and by the way, just to clarify real quick, I'm probably going to say this about 3 billion more times, maybe not in this live, but in the next ones. Um, Even though I do like doing, and this is my first one, obviously, but I do, and I have made videos before, of course, but even though I do love giving like training and like doing shit like this, like teaching and stuff, again, don't take that as in like I'm not going to ask for money at some point, you know. Of course, I won't ask it on here, obviously, but
Whenever you
don't
start doing training videos and stuff. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
don't think that I'm gonna give everything away for free, just like anybody else doing videos for, training and stuff like that. I mean, training and courses are very, very good to be able to get into because they give they give you what exactly you're wanting to try to get into. They give you a one place that you can go to it and be able to learn like what you need to be able to get started in the business or whatever it may be. So that's kind of what courses and trainings do, even that's a horrible explanation because it didn't even make sense in my own mind when I said it. But but for real though, I mean, don't expect everything to be free, right? So
This is just a funsy video, by the way,
yeah,
folks.
these
For
are
this one,
literally funsies, literally funsies.
there's not going to be a lot of training or anything to pay for, on this.
Yeah,
That's
no,
all. That's
there's
all
not gonna be any.
exclusive to Dripfeed Nation
Yeah.
page
Oh no, it's not exclusive. What are you talking about? It's not
or
exclusive. This can go anywhere.
wherever you're gonna post that. Yeah,
No, it's just good to do like lives and be able to get because again, I mean it builds like be able to get people
practice.
to interact. Yeah, be able to practice, be able to get people like interact and involve the community. If you ever start up a community, you can use this shit. I'll definitely be using a lot of this stuff for mine. Um, you already know,
And
bro.
the more you do these videos, the less garbage you're gonna be. Like you got
Yeah,
to go through the
exactly.
garbage phase like this. This
Yep.
is you know.
In my description, it literally says first live ever, ready to join the live gang or something like that. And then I was like, let's see how badly I could screw it up. So, this super profesh, bro. We only keep it profesh up in here. What are you talking about, man?
Right. Yeah. Super professional.
Oh shit, shit. But anyways, no. But um, yeah. So no, this is good. This is good. But anyways, so.
I don't know if anybody's learned anything from this video particularly, but if Caleb starts doing real training videos, it'll be a little more serious, and you'll definitely he's got some good information to lay upon you for sure. So
Oh.
yeah, yeah, not to be sentimental or whatever you call that, but it's I mean, I've learned a lot of shit, but I mean, I gotta give the credit where it's due. I didn't know even what SEO was like a year ago, so like,
Damn, that's so weird to think about, man. Like, like people don't understand like or even know like what types of marketing there are out there, like the difference between
especially
like
like the biggest one in the world. Like,
yeah, exactly. Well, oh wait, what SEO?
I mean, it's up there. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about just
Oh,
online marketing in general.
oh, okay.
Is
No, no. I
is
mean,
like,
there's a lot bigger marketings out there.
yeah,
Like
then
like advertisements on TV usually is probably like
yeah, 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 yeah,
bigger
yeah. I'm
one.
saying one
Like
of the biggest in the world is digital marketing. So
oh, digital marketing. There you go. Okay, I get
not
what
just
you're saying.
SEO. SEO is a
Yeah, yeah.
big factor in digital marketing. What I'm saying is it's just like everybody uses the internet, and using marketing on there is, there's a huge market for that. So
Are those facts that you're dropping right now, or are you looking up these ratios? Are you doing your research right now, Dustin? What's up with
I
this?
just think
You're
I think
saying
it's
this on my
just
live and you don't know? No, okay.
I think it's just common knowledge at this point.
I'm just fucking with you, man. Just fucking with you. I love that we're bickering back like this, like we normally do. See people get
Right.
to
It's
see
it's
how.
it's only been like 2 weeks, and I haven't seen Brody and Caleb, and I live in Washington
Oh.
now, by the way. Um,
He was hella sad
yeah.
about that, by the way. Dude, we're totally off topic on this, but it's fine. Fuck it. Right, right. No, that's good. That's good. But anyways, No, but I mean, yeah, I think for the next like lives, I'll be able to like have something to be able. I want to do some type of like free training. Actually, Al was talking about doing that as well. Some type of free training, just to be able to send like people to. Um, so I can have something to be able to promote in my lives, kind of like Chris does. Chris Walker, he just promotes like his free training, and then people, of course, go through that, funnel into more of his stuff, and actual like get into paid if they want to, if they choose to, that type of thing. But it is definitely good for that. Um, and of course, whenever I have people on, such as this, such as you right now, be able to, have be able to promote some of their shit if they want as well, of course. And Chris always has freaking people coming on like all the time on his lives, so it's
Our
pretty cool.
guest today is
Yeah, yeah, exactly. No, it's pretty cool to see. Like, I mean, Barry Page. I'm not sure if I've ever talked about him with you, but he's like all about like sales copy. Sales copy. He's huge into that. Has like became a millionaire because of that. Like, not teaching it, but just because he started to figure out like how sales copy works and persuasive writing and all that
how to
type of.
make even more money off of it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But anyways, no, I've been seeing him a lot. That's why the first person that comes to my mind. But anyways, just people about all things like freaking sales copy, freaking going into like LinkedIn ads, going into like people that are actually doing those things, rather if it's another SEO, rather if it's people in sales, um, rather because there's so many different, like you were just saying, there's so many damn different things that you can go into with digital marketing and just in business in general. I mean, sales goes into anything. Sales is again like that, like we were talking about a little bit ago. It's not a niche. It's the overall. It's
Yeah,
the
like
camping.
without sales, you have absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. It's the camping. But now I guess sales and marketing goes hand in hand somewhat. But again, sales is such a broad term that I mean, just like marketing is, that it's like,
right,
how does it go hand in hand, I guess? Because there's
right. I
different
see
types of sales.
marketing as like here's the client or prospect, and then like marketing hands it to sales kind of thing. It's almost like it's like the concept of like you're bringing you're bringing in through visibility. You're bringing things to the sales. If that makes sense. I don't know if it did, but I tried.
Yeah, you tried. I'm
It's
kidding. No,
but
I
in the
get
end of
what
the
you
day,
I
marketing
get
makes
what you
sales.
mean.
That's
Yeah,
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 of course. Even when I'm out doing outside sales, that's a form of marketing.
yeah,
I'm marketing myself. I'm
yep.
marketing my business. I'm out talking to people, shaking hands. Getting to know their pain points and saying what do what kind of yacht do you want to sell more of? Okay, cool. Let's power that shit up. Like and it's like it's fun. Marketing is fun as hell because you can really like when you get results for people, it's so fulfilling. It's so satisfying because it's like I did my job and I did it well and I did it on a laptop.
Yep.
Like that's all I had to do. So it's like I'm fulfilling my dreams by fulfilling somebody else's dreams, and that's pretty badass.
Yeah, exactly. That's hella badass. I love it. Love that explanation. I'm using that on a video, by the way, on a like a
Sweet.
short, short.
I'll
That's
take I'll
pretty
take
damn
some
cool.
royalties for that.
That would be cut out of the video.
Right.
That part.
Definitely editing this one.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. No, but no, that's good. But yeah, but anyways, so I mean, I don't want to sit here and like just be staring at each other. That's probably not a good thing for
Yeah,
life.
so
But
I've said,
but
my point so far. Just if you're a salesperson out there, make sure at the end of the day that customer comes first. And at the end of the day, they're gonna be a lead generation system in themselves because you do really good work for people. They're gonna spread the word, spread the good news. Even if you have to ask them, a lot of times with clients, they won't think to be like, oh yeah, this guy. But whenever they hear about, it's a business owner is at a BNI meeting or something. They're like, oh well, yeah, I know this guy that does this, and there you go, you just got yourself a lead, and you just got more business because you did good business for somebody else. you know. And then there's the times where it's like, hey, I've been doing good work for you for, a year at this point. Would you mind being a referral source? Would you mind telling your friends about me? And they're like, oh, wait, I did have a guy, blah, 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 blah. Here's his phone number. You just, tripled your business or tripled your client share based off of one client that you did good work for, So
Yeah.
that's the gist of it. And that's just business 101 is just make sure you always do the right thing with the right intentions all the time.
Yep. There you
That's my
go.
piece, Caleb, on sales.
That's your piece. I love it. I love it. That's good. That's good. Shoot. Well. Oh yeah. I just thought of something by the way. I should totally promote Dripfeed Nation. Plug that shit. Be like,
Yeah,
hey,
plug it.
by the way, if you want to join Dripfeed Nation's group, go check it out on Facebook. Type in Dripfeed Nation in the search bar, and you'll see it right there.
And it's a group. And you just made anybody that thought they might want to, the face you just made, it's just your chances
I
are
was, I
very
was, I
slim
was,
to none.
oh
Sorry about the
yeah.
finger in front of the camera thing, by the
No,
way.
you're good.
But
No, how about
any
even
shot that you
better?
had.
No,
No, but it's an
they'll
informative group.
yeah, they'll get the drip put in their feed.
You made it sound as wrong as possible too. I like it. But yeah, so
No, I'm just putting the drip in the feed. That's the Drippy
and
Nation.
then and when they do some research, based if anybody listened to what we talked about today, based off of PBNs and social signals and stuff like that, they'll figure out what drip feed means or what dripping
Yeah.
means, and that'll
Yeah,
be something
there
you
you
could
go.
go into on a training video or something, along those
Exactly.
lines too.
Oh
But yeah,
yeah.
if they research Drip Feed Nation and stuff like that, they'll be like, oh, that's what drip feed means,
Yeah.
not what I was thinking.
Maybe I intentionally named it that in the very beginning, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's
I don't think so. No,
it brings
that
attention,
wasn't the intention whatsoever. That was oh shit. That's been over a year now. I just renewed my website, by the way, just like 2 months
Oh,
ago. Ooh,
outstanding.
I know. Look at that. Look at that shit. That website's been, and now has it been like actually what it is now for a year and a half? No, but
It's been a work in progress, right?
it's been a work in progress.
And you're actually adding some more pages, like, aren't you? For with some of your services that you've added and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, I'm actually bring that up, another cheap ass plug, nah, but a page that I just added was like a page just for my legit services, and then also talking about like some of the other services that I do, which is building bulk PBN links for like agencies, SEO agencies. Pretty much like if you're an SEO manager, or just an SEO agency anyway, you're able to go and do more of like a per monthly based bulk link buying both in PBNs and guest posts um, for your clients or your clientele's customers. You'll be able to, of course, see like white label reports, all that type of jazz, coming from the exclusive network and all that good jazz of what comes along with PBNs, and yeah, so you put me on the spot there. That's
Yeah,
good.
I was
That's
trying to
good.
plug, so
What's
I'll
up?
take a commission if anybody.
That affiliate. Oh, sad times. Dustin dropped out. Oh, sad times. Well, that's not a worry, guys. Again, probably be jumping off here since this is again my first live and I don't really know how to do the whole entire closing of these. I've not a clue, so I'm just going to say anyways, it's been good. Again, this is Caleb, Drip Feed Nation. Woo, woo, woo. And all right, we'll see you for our next. Yeah, he said that and lost y'all. No worries, Dustin. But anyways, like I said, close it off here. we'll see you on the next time for the Sunday Fun Day lives. Again, Dustin said that everybody uses Sunday Fun Day, but I don't really care. So the Sunday Fun Day lives, that's possibly what it's going to be called, but it may not always be on Sunday. So yeah. Anyways, all right, guys and gals, we'll see you all later. It's been real. All right, later on.